Hello everyone, this is the Leader3 from FullSpeed.RC. It's a 3-inch quad. You've seen it before here on the channel, and this is just a revisit, so I'm not going to actually show you another flight. And why we're revisiting this is several people had problems with the original motors. See if I can get my camera to focus here on it a bit. So these are the original motors. See how it says C1 there? And these are naked bottoms saying C2. So on 4S, when you do punch outs with 3-inch props, some people had problems with those motors burning out, and then a fatal crash would happen as well, possibly causing other damage. So FullSpeed did the right thing. They went back to the drawing board and they redesigned another motor so that they could replace the old motor with motors that can actually handle 3-inch props and 4S and long punch outs. You know, I didn't have any problems with my original motors. They're still functioning fine, but I don't do long punch outs. I do second and a half, maybe pushing 2 3/4, just enough to get me up in the air as high as I want to go so I can fly over the house. But other people fly a lot differently, so if you hit the throttle for multiple seconds on those original motors, you could burn out. So here in the flight footage, it's quite boring actually, but all I do is I put on I actually have 4 G&B 550 4S batteries, and I just punch it and I let it go until the battery sag hits a little too hard. Then I back off and I let the battery recover a little bit, nice gentle turns, and then I punch it again and let it run, try to keep from crashing into anything. You know, it's a big open field, that shouldn't be a problem. But I just keep doing this again and again and again and again. And the only way you could probably get a longer punch out is just to use a bigger battery. And you could fully do that, but I'm quite confident even with a bigger battery, you're still not going to be able to burn out these motors. You know, the props that I'm running are 30-35 props. The original props are 30-30 props. So these props actually have 5 degrees more of pitch on them. So it should tax the motors a little bit, but I actually found that these Gemfan 30-35 props are actually a little bit more efficient than the HQ 30-30 prop. I don't think we're going to see problems with the new motors burning out by any stretch. I debated whether to show you the flight footage of, you know, in my typical flying space in my backyard. I opted not to do that because I couldn't tell any difference between the flight performance of the new motors versus the old motors. The C1 motors and the C2 motors, as far as flight performance in my space with me on the sticks, I can't tell a difference. And because I couldn't tell a difference, I figured it would kind of be a waste of time. And I'm not looking to keep you guys around here just to watch more. So if you want to see how this thing performs, if you haven't seen the original video, I'll put a card in the top right-hand corner. You can go watch that video now that has typical or more diverse flying in it. And I'll also put a link to that review video down in the description down below, and you can watch it later if you choose to, if you want to watch all these drag racing flybys I do. And one thing about the new motors, I do kind of like the naked bottoms. Because I fly my backyard a lot of times, sometimes I'll bury an arm, and I find that the enclosed pants version of motors, they tend to just funnel dirt up in there to where I can't get it out real easily. With a naked bottom, usually I can just let it dry a little bit, and I tap it on something, and then the dirt just falls out. It doesn't get as compacted when I don't have that bottom area of the motor mount on there. So I kind of actually prefer that nowadays. So that might be an added bonus for you too. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or otherwise, please let me know in that section down below. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.